Hi Cosorians, I'm Chef Margaret and today I'll be making barbecue baby back ribs in the air fryer. They are so delicious and easy to make and they're done in under 40 minutes. Hit the subscribe button to become part of the Cosori community, and if you'd like to be notified every time we upload a new recipe video, hit the bell icon. So I have all of my ingredients prepped out and ready to go. I've got all of my spices and seasonings lined up here, and I have one rack of pork baby back ribs. So the first step is to preheat the air fryer. So we're just gonna simply press the preheat button and get that going while we prep our ribs. So the first thing that we wanna do with our ribs is we wanna peel the membrane off. So to do that, I'm gonna flip it over, and you can see it has this kind of like whitish looking, it's called the membrane. And so we wanna take that off because, well, essentially it kind of stops all of the seasonings and spices from getting into the meat and allowing it to get into the pork meat, which gives it more flavor. So we wanna remove that. So it's super easy to remove it. I'm just taking a butter knife right here and I'm just kind of like sliding it underneath until, you know, I can kind of lift it off. And so you just kind of go a little bit gently. We're using a butter knife here, not a sharp knife, so that it doesn't rip the skin. And sometimes it'll come off all in one piece, sometimes you have to do it in, you know, batches. The goal is to get it off in one piece. So I'm just lifting it off, and you can see I'm using my hand. Sometimes I use a paper towel if it's too slippery to help remove it. And so we've got that piece off, and now we've got this right here. Now I'm just gonna rip it all off in one piece. Perfect, and there we go. So it's, as you can see, it just took like, you know, a couple seconds to do it, and it's super beneficial to do it when you're making all of your ribs. So now that we've got the membrane peeled off, we're going to cut the ribs into sections because the whole rack won't fit directly in the air fryer basket. So we're gonna cut into 3 equal sections. Depending on the size of your rack, you just wanna cut it evenly into 3 sections. So I'm just gonna cut this one right here, and we'll cut this one just like that. Perfect. Now we've got 3 equal sections. So now I'm just gonna pat it dry with paper towels, just so if any of the juices or anything were stuck, you wanna wipe it off. Perfect. Now we're going to combine all of the spices and seasonings together and rub it all over the pork. So I have 2 teaspoons of kosher salt, got 1.5 teaspoons of black pepper, 1.5 teaspoons of garlic powder, get that in there, 1.5 teaspoons of smoked paprika, and 1 teaspoon of mustard powder. And I'm just gonna give that a stir with my spoon, and we are going to sprinkle it all over the pork on both sides. And I love this combination of seasonings and spices. If you have your own personal favorite, you know, spice blend or anything, feel free to use that as well. But we're using barbecue sauce on these ribs, so I like to let also the barbecue sauce flavor shine. And I'm just using my hand to rub the spices into the pork as well. Perfect. I'm just sprinkling it on both sides so we get everything really nice and seasoned. It already smells really good in here from the smoked paprika and garlic powder and mustard powder. You can already tell these are gonna be delicious. All right. And now we're going to wrap these in foil. We're gonna wrap each section in foil that I have here. And so we're just gonna do one at a time. And you wanna wrap them pretty tightly because the whole point is to let the ribs kind of steam in the foil while they're in the air fryer. And then we're gonna remove the foil, brush the barbecue sauce on top, put them back in, and let the barbecue sauce get all nice and caramelized, and the ribs are gonna get crispy on top. So that is how they're gonna come out so delicious in the air fryer. And so now all we have to do is pop these in the air fryer. So I'm just going to fit these meat side down in the basket, being careful because it's hot. And we're just going to carefully place them in, and it's okay if they overlap. They're just going to steam and get cooking in the air fryer. Perfect. And now these are gonna cook at 380 degrees for 25 minutes. And now we just wait while they cook. The 25 minutes is up on the air fryer, so let's check our ribs. All right. I'm gonna pull them out with tongs because they're gonna be hot. So now I'm going to unwrap the foil and brush barbecue sauce all over the ribs. All right, and let's unwrap this guy. Beautiful. All right, I'm just gonna take them out of the foil carefully and put them on the cutting board. All right, now for barbecue sauce time, my favorite. I'm using a sweet and spicy flavored barbecue sauce. You can use your favorite barbecue sauce that you have, and it's a half cup of barbecue sauce. Beautiful. And it's so amazing that these ribs just cooked for 25 minutes, and then we're gonna pop them back in for just 10 more minutes. And you know, it's just amazing how quick these cook and how you can get ribs on the table in under 40 minutes, which is so amazing. And if you want to play around with your favorite glaze recipe, or you can make homemade barbecue sauce, feel free. I mean, there's so many fun variations you can do with ribs. You can do an Asian style, like a Hawaiian style barbecue sauce. There's so many options and flavor combinations you can do, so you can have fun with it and just apply the air fryer temperature and time to the ribs and just customize it and make it your own. All right, and now we're gonna pop them back in the air fryer. Just like that. Fit them all nice and cozy in there. And I'm gonna do one little final brush over the top just because I really like barbecue sauce. So I want them nice and coated really well. And then these last 10 minutes that they're gonna be in the air fryer, they're gonna get so caramelized on top and they're gonna look so delicious. Just as good if you were gonna pop them on the grill. All right, 380 for 10 minutes. Perfect. The ribs are done and it smells so good in here. I can't wait to see how the ribs look. Oh yeah. Do you see how good those look? They've got caramelized and golden and crispy on top thanks to the barbecue sauce. Can't wait to dig into these. So I'm just gonna, now I'm gonna cut them and plate them up. Beautiful. These look so good, you wouldn't even be able to tell that these were made in the air fryer. So amazing. Oh, they're nice and hot. So pretty. And they're cutting really easily, which tells me that they're gonna be really tender, which is a good thing. Oh yeah. Gotta get past the bones. Perfect. Now we plate them up. They're still pretty hot, so you can, ideally you want to let them cool for a little bit, but I'm a little bit too anxious. Ooh. Yes. And you can totally brush more barbecue sauce on top of them after they come out of the air fryer. I might do that just because you can never have enough barbecue sauce. Just do one final little brush on them. Get them saucy and glazy. Perfect. Ooh, they look so delicious. I can't wait to try them. So now it's time to finally taste these ribs. I'm so excited. I've got some corn and coleslaw and extra barbecue sauce on the side, so let's dig in. Grab this one. These are so delicious. Oh, yum. The barbecue sauce flavor really shines through, and all of the seasonings and spices that we use to rub on the pork, you can really taste those as well. The smoked paprika and garlic powder. And the meat is so juicy and tender. It's so unbelievable that you can get ribs this delicious made in the air fryer in under 40 minutes. I hope you guys all get the chance to make these ribs and enjoy them with your family. You can make them on a weeknight meal or for any special occasion. And so tell me, what's your favorite way to cook ribs? Leave a comment below and let us know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.